Hi there folks, Borislav247 here with another Days Gone video. And on this video I am revisiting the Sawmill Horde again. Why, you may ask? Well, it just so happens there is another fantastic easy kill location. And truth be told folks, I knew about this one many months ago. However, I never ever took the time to actually show a video on this because the first time I checked this out, I always felt it was a tad too problematic. Basically to do with the rock climb that was involved to get to the location, and then the fact of actually getting the horde over to the location. So, I'm actually going to head over to this spot right now. It's very similar to another method that I've shown a long time ago, which is, well, certainly the setup is far easier for this other method, and it's not very far away at all, because the area that I'm looking to get to is just to the right of me, right here. Now that rock section in the past was very difficult to climb in order to get to a particular point, and especially as when you can actually do a rock climb on the other side like this, you wonder why put yourself through the hassle, because this particular spot here that I'm just coming down from is a fantastic area to take out the Sawmill Horde, but you do have to do a little bit of moving about in order to get the entire horde. Now, this is how you actually get up onto the particular area that I'm looking to show all the action from. You just need to take this line and then just take a very hard bank to the left when you're going up those rocks. And that's it. I do recommend you practice this before attempting to get the horde. Now, when you're up here, you maybe think, okay, I can start my attack from here. No, you bloody well can't. If you try and take out the horde from that position, you are going to get freakers to your position. They will manage to get to you. However, if you just go down a wee touch, just there, that is it. You are untouchable. So, now that I've showed all that, let's get on with the runs. I'm going to start with the quick version, and then I'm going to show a very safe version. Right then, let's do this. I'm going to start off by showing the quick way, which is the slightly harder way of getting the job done here. Of course, just showing exactly where I am on the map, basically to the southeast of the Lost Lake camp. That is where the Sawmill Horde resides. But that whole idea of this is to just basically head on down to their position, get their attention, and then have them chase me up to the rock section where I need to make the rock climb with a bike. Now, if you're not on point with your rock climbing skills with a bike, yeah, this can end pretty damn quickly. But that is why I always suggest do have a little bit of practice time before attempting this, in this way certainly. So that's it, I've got their attention, and truth be told, I could have started the bike a bit sooner than what I did, but I'm fairly confident of getting the job done here without any problems. So just start to lower the speed when I get near the top there, just to get me into position. There we go, over the rocks. Very nice. Get off the bike. And you do have a little bit of time to get to that particular spot there. Don't think that you've got to be absolutely rushing like crazy. But basically, once you are here, you will see the horde are getting up near that very top section. But because of the area that I am actually placed in, they don't go to the very top section in large enough numbers, which is why they can't get to me with their World War Z style tactics. And this spot is just tremendous because look at how close they are to me, but they still just can't quite get me. It is also very handy that this particular horde, certainly when they're trying to get you from spots like this, they don't all come out at the same time. You get roughly half their numbers over to the position, and then the rest follow. But the beauty of this position is that you simply do not have to move. The entire horde will head over to here, so the hard part is done. As soon as you've got that rock climb taken care of and you're onto this position, that's it. It's as easy as it gets. Now, I've been going to town with a bit of gunfire there, but now I'm just going to hit them hard with napalm molotovs. And of course, I am actually taking them on at the time that you're supposed to. So I have the luxury of the red bar at the top of the screen there showing me roughly the numbers that are left, and of course I will get confirmation once I have actually taken out this entire horde, so I know I definitely have them taken care of. If you attempt to take on this horde before you get to this particular mission, which is very near the end of the game, then you simply will not get anything to tell you that you've taken out this horde. So do be aware of that if you want to take on this horde early. But right now, I'm just showing what an easy job this is. So at this point in the proceedings, I don't have that many left to take care of. Just having a quick look back here, they are all over here. So yeah, another napalm Molotov is definitely wanted. Let's see how that does. I will eventually just pick off the last of them with gunfire. Yeah, still quite a few at the moment, so you know what the hell. I've got one more napalm Molotov, why not use it? And sod's bloody law, the very last napalm Molotov that I've thrown, I've actually taken damage on because I didn't throw it out far enough. So, however, not to worry, the job is just about done. In fact, the job is done. I've now seen the prompt come up on screen, full truck with creosote, so I'm just going to take care of the last of these wanderers here. And there is just one more thing to do, because I cannot get back up onto the top section to get the bike. But what you do is you just go onto the map, highlight your bike, use the recover bike option, and voila, there we go. The bike is now back in play. So I just need to do a dive roll off and take care of that last freaker that decided to join the party. And there we go. That is the quick version. Now, if you want to be a damn sight more careful, this is the nice safe way to do it. Okay, run number 2, and this is for all the nervous gamers out there who just don't like the idea of having to make that rock climb when you know you have got an absolute shitload of freakers on your tail. There is a far easier way of doing it, and this is how you get the job done. So, I'm going to start by getting the bike into position for the rock climb. Certainly not going to do it yet, I just want the bike ready to rock and roll. And that's it, that's one job done. Now, in order to get the horde's attention, which is the biggest issue here, because you simply cannot just start with gunfire from the position and they come over. They simply won't. You're too far away. You need to get the horde's attention from much closer. So, I'm going to be using 3 attractors, and I'm also going to be using a flashbang as well. This will guarantee that you get the horde eventually over to where they need to be. So, flashbang first of all is going off. Yeah, just anywhere over there, that will be fine. It's just to wake this lot up. That's it, it's going off, so I want the attractor very quickly after that. So, attractor number 2, right over there. That's just going to move the horde a bit closer. So at this point, I'm heading up here now quite quickly, but I do have the luxury of knowing the horde is not right behind me. So nowhere near the amount of pressure or urgency in order to get that rock climb done, thinking that you might get clipped by 1 or 2 of the freakers as they're running up the hill. But now that I'm up here, just going to get the final attractor in place and then move Deke over to the spot where all the action is going to take place. And from here now, I am guaranteed I will get the entire horde's attention. Just going to do a little bit of gunfire onto that area where I threw the attractor, and that's it. Beautiful. They are all on their way. So, it's just rinse and repeat at this point. What I did in the previous run, I'm just going to do the same again. However, there is something else that I'm going to show, and it's very near the end of this particular run. Because there is another spot that you can actually go to, and it's actually very handy near the end when you're down to your last 100 or so freakers. Anyhow, at this point I can see, yeah, I'm starting to get a lot of their numbers heading over here, so I'm just going to start to go to town now with the napalm molotovs. I've also got normal molotovs that I can use here. As always, the two that I recommend that you don't use are grenades and pipe bombs, for two reasons. The first one is actually a little bit of an obscure reason, but as the bodies start to pile up here, and because they're all congregated in the one section, if you start throwing grenades onto a huge pile of corpses like this, you start to find that the freakers below receive very little damage. So your grenades, you'll be lucky if you're taking out 5 or 6 freakers every time, as opposed to the 30 that you should be taking out. But obviously the second reason is the biggie, because you will get blown off that rock face position very quickly if you start using those. You might not die straight away, but trust me, when you hit the ground at the bottom, you're in trouble. So yeah, I still have quite a number of this lot here, so I'm just going to keep going with the napalm molotovs. But I am going to move from this position fairly soon. I did say before that there is another position that you can go to, and I'll show exactly why it is so handy, but you have to be very careful when heading to this particular position. I'll show it right now. It's almost like an invisible ledge here, so you keep walking, years on air, so to speak, but when you get to there, yep, you can actually get to this bottom rock section. And very handy, all of the freakers that you have left follow you down a touch, just making it very easy to see exactly what you're doing. And yeah, what the hell, let's just go with some molotovs. At this stage in the game, I have very little use for them other than on hordes, because I've taken out all the infestation zones and whatnot in the area. So yeah, it is now quite literally just a case of taking out these last ones, and that is it. Job done. That is the safest way in order to make this work. Now, I will show again. The bike, obviously, I cannot get near, so I need to activate the map. Just basically put the cursor over to the bike, use the recover bike option, and the bike very conveniently is sitting at the top of the hill here. And there we go. That is another fantastic easy kill location for you all to be using, folks. That brings me to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed it. Take care.